Hi, welcome to Pilates and Yoga for Parkinson's and for anyone else that would like to participate. My name is Meg and I'm excited you're here to join me today. We're going to be doing both Pilates and yoga poses at the wall. I've had quite a few people tell me that they do not have a wall in their home where they can actually do any exercise. And so here we are. Doors. Usually there's not furniture in front of doors, and typically there's nothing hanging on your door. A couple of things to be careful about, like I'm lucky here this door opens in, so me pushing on it is completely safe. If it were to open the other way, I would just make sure it was secure. And if you've got people in your home that could be suddenly interrupting, you might want to lock the door too. Another thing that I've had some people say is they've got carpet throughout their home, and you can do balance poses with carpet. It makes it a little more challenging. There's a little more kind of give in your ankles and your knees, and there's nothing wrong with that. So a little challenge can be good. If it causes pain, of course, that's a different story. I'm choosing to not have socks or shoes on today. It just makes me feel like I can grip the floor a little better. The other thing that's kind of cool for me in this spot is I also have a wall here where the door opens up and nothing hanging. So I've got this little extra bit of support. So that's kind of our getting started tips. So let's get moving. Today we're really going to do some focusing on alignment, on shoulders, on legs. That's going to get your whole torso engaged. So it's a full body workout. Let's start with just sort of a checking out of our alignment, maybe even just sort of a little, moving around. Get your feet connected to the floor. Be aware of what your balance is like today. If you can already tell you would rather be leaning against the door right now for some extra support, go for it. So find your placement. Let's go ahead and press the feet down into the floor. So when I press down, there's this rebound effect of lifting up, so the crown of my head reaches high. And just that movement, just the pushing down and reaching tall, I start to feel my center engage. Make sure you put a little bend in your knees. That helps both with alignment and balance. Good guideline for alignment, not a rule because we're all set up a little differently, but a good guideline is ears are pretty much over your shoulders. Shoulders, I really like to think of as part of the back of the body. I don't want you pinching your shoulders back. That's kind of weird, but it's just a gentle movement of the shoulders sliding back without the torso changing at all. So you've got this big range of motion in the shoulders. So shoulders are a part of the back of the body. So again, I've got my ears, I've got my shoulders. It's pretty much stacked on top of my rib cage and my pelvis. Got that little bend in my knees, so then I'm pretty much over my heels. Now, if you're more rounded through the spine, that's going to be really hard for you to find all that. So you're just getting to explore your alignment. Once you get there, if you're comfortable with it, I'd like you to close your eyes. If that's not comfortable, you might just kind of cast your gaze down towards the floor, but you're not dropping your head because you've got that awesome alignment. What I like about closing your eyes is I want you to feel the alignment in your body. Just finding your breath. Feeling the alignment, pressing the feet down, growing tall, slight bend in the knees. Crown of the head's reaching high, ears over shoulders that are a part of the back of the body, over the rib cage, the pelvis, and the heels. When you're ready, let's go ahead and blink open those eyes. We're actually going to start with the feet, and whenever I say that, I have to look down. So maybe you looked down, make sure your feet are still there. And what I want you to do is lift the toes, and I'm going to do my hands as well. So I'm going to lift my fingers, lift my toes, spread them wide, even my eyes got wide, and then slowly see if you could get your pinky toe to top tap down first, and then one toe at a time, bring your toes back to the floor. I asked you to do that. I can't do it one at a time. And you're gonna do the same thing with your hands, your fingers, as you make a fist. So let's do several of those. Lift the fingers and the toes, spread them wide, and then explore one at a time. Toes back to the floor, hands make a fist. Bring the arms out in front and do that several times. So these are little muscles that are really important. Think about, I mean, you're using your hands all day, you're using your feet all day. So we're sort of inviting those muscles to find a little movement. Nice, let's go one more time. Let those arms come down by the sides, feet to the floor. This time the front of the feet, the toes are gonna stay down, and we're gonna lift the heels. Lift the heels just a little bit. Maybe you've got that wall beside you or a piece of furniture. If you wanted to have your hand just to check your balance, you could do that. Doesn't have to be a big lift, but as you do several, you might find you can lift those heels a little higher. Hands wherever makes sense for you. Maybe they're by your sides. Maybe you really like them in towards your heart. If you press the hands into each other, it will kind of fire up the chest as well. Nice. Let's go one more time. See if you can lift those heels and actually stay lifted for a moment. Great. And then lower everything back down. Okay. From here, again, if you need to be against the wall, do. If you can step away, do. If you want to turn to the side and have a hand at the door, just find your way. What I want you to do from here is just circle one shoulder back and then the other shoulder back. Circle one shoulder back and the other shoulder back. And then see, if not just the shoulder, but get that elbow involved as well. So a little bit bigger. Nice. And then let the arms come down by the sides. Hands by the sides. From here, as you inhale, let those arms float up. Shoulders stay down, and they're a part of the back of the body. Exhale and let them float back down. Go a couple of those. If it works for you, you could lift those arms up even higher. Try and keep the shoulders down. For me to do that, I have to take my hands a little bit wider apart. That helps the shoulders stay down. So hands up, shoulders down. Nice. Next time the hands are down by your sides, hang out there. If you want to, and I think this is a pretty big challenge for the balance, could you lift your heels and let your arms float up at the same time? Maybe as you do this, it's just one arm. Maybe you're just doing the heels or you're just doing the arms. You're just playing around here, getting those muscles working, really checking out the balance. Awesome. Next time the heels and the hands are down, let's all go ahead, back up towards the wall a little bit, and your feet, your heels aren't against the wall. Your heels are out some, a little bend in the knees, and we're going to just press back into the door. And depending on your flexibility and your alignment, like right now I've got the base of my spine, so my sacrum can be in contact with the door. Then I've got this natural curve of my spine, and then my upper back will go into the door, my shoulders, and because I've got this little sad little ponytail back here, it can press into the wall as well. So just see what you can find there. And like I said, I've got that natural curve at my spine, so like my hand actually can go behind my back here. So notice if you've got a little space. That space is good, natural curve of the spine. But I want you to do a couple of times, maybe your hands are at your pelvis, but see if you could press your lower back into the wall or to the door. So I've just flattened that natural curve, and then we're gonna go back to what feels natural. And let's do several of those. So that's quite a stretch in the lower back. It's also starting to warm up those abdominals, because those abdominal muscles are what's helping tilt the pelvis back. Nice. So go ahead and find what feels natural. Probably have that little curve back again. And then imagine I just came and poked you in the belly, and if I did that to you, you would tighten up, because that would be weird. But I'm strong through my center now. Crown of the head high, shoulders back. This time, let's take those arms. We've already done this once, so we're going to go ahead and bring the arms up. Mindful of your shoulders. If your shoulders will let your arms come all the way up, do. If not, maybe you've got one arm that will go all the way back to the door. So you might have one arm coming up about halfway or 3/4 and the other arm all the way. So as you continue to make this motion, send your attention to the rib cage, the base of the rib cage, and see if you can keep those ribs in the starting position, because the tendency here is as the arms come up, you kind of start to collapse through the lower back. I want you to keep all of that engagement strong through your belly. Next time the arms are up, let's keep them up wherever you can take them. Maybe they go out a little bit wider, and turn your palms away from the door so they're facing away. From here, we're going to work on sliding those arms down the door and then reaching back up. So my belly's still strong. Just sliding the arms up and down the door or the wall. Noticing, are your hands in contact with the wall? Are your elbows in contact with the wall? And they might not be, that's okay. Next time the arms come down and you've got what a lot of people call goalpost or cactus arms, spread those fingers wide, and could you press the hands into the wall or door, or the elbows or the shoulders, so we're really engaging the back of the body. This should feel like work. From here, we're going to release the arms and bring them in front. Could you make contact, hands, forearms, elbows, and then back again? And let's do several of those. Exhale as you come forward. Maybe give those arms a squeeze. Inhale as you come back. Trying to keep the shoulders out of the ears. And even though we're working, we got muscles doing things. Try not to put tension in your body, but just allow the muscles to work that are doing the movement. Next time those arms are back to the wall, let's just pause there for a moment. Give them a good press into the wall again. Ooh, release those arms down. Take your hands to the wall. I'm going to kind of lean forward, press into the wall, and come up. Ooh. So that whole time, you were getting those legs moving. They were engaged, upper body, maybe a few shoulder circles. Switching directions. Okay. So this time, we're going to focus on the legs a little bit more, but we're still keeping that alignment in mind. So let's all step to the wall. Back is against the wall. I'm going to step my feet a little further away from the wall this time. And what we're going to do is like a wall sit. So I'm against the wall, going to bend through the knees and slide my hips down the wall. Legs are working, right? And you get to decide how much you slide down the wall. A couple of safety things. If you look down, I want you to make sure that your knees are more kind of above your ankles, so you don't want them way out beyond your toes. I'm going to switch walls so you can see better what I'm saying. If my knees are way out beyond my toes, that's no good for the knees. So I want to make sure my feet are out, and then I can find stronger legs and safe knees. Again, you decide how low you want to lower down. This is about as low as I'm comfortable going. If I go too much lower, it starts to hurt my knees. And I don't want you to go beyond that 90-degree angle right there. So, we've got that alignment set up. You're in control of how long you stay here. You come up when you want to. I'm going to just give you a couple of things to work on while we're here. So we're pressing the feet into the floor. Our legs are strong. We've still got the wall for alignment. Your feet aren't actually going to move right now, but I want you to maybe take your hands outside those thighs and kind of press your feet as if you were going to slide them apart. And you might have even seen, if you're looking at the video, as I pressed the feet apart, everything just kind of opened up, but my feet didn't move. It's just all that energy went to the outer thigh area, and I feel a lot more stable. Let's go a couple of more breaths here. You may have already come out of this several times. My legs are starting to shake a little bit. My belly's still strong. Beautiful alignment. Let's put the hands to the wall. Lean forward. Come up and stand tall. So you are always in control of your intensity. If I recommend something and it seems like a bad idea, ignore me. So we're going to go back to the wall again. Feet are out. You're deciding how far. We're going to bend through the knees. You decide how low. Find that kind of outward energy. Get the outer thighs engaged. Shoulders are back. Might have the hands at the wall for a little extra support. To really press the left foot down. That left leg is strong. I'm going to come up on the toes of that right foot. So I just lifted my right heel. Couple of breaths here. Lower the right heel. Let's lift the left heel. Remember, engage that right leg before you go changing the left foot, getting all crazy. Whew. Lower that left heel. Now, just for funsies, if you want a little extra, we're going to see if we could lift both heels. So lift one and then the other. Maybe that's a bad idea and you don't do that. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Pressing into the wall, strong in the belly, long spine. Let's lower one heel and then the other heel. Hands to the wall. Press forward and coming up. Whew. Okay, we're gonna play with one more thing here, and I'm gonna use this side wall again because I think you'll be able to see the alignment better. But same thing we've been doing. We're gonna take the feet away from the wall, lean into the wall, find your alignment. Again, thinking back to that, I just came and poked you in the belly, so your center is engaged, your shoulders are back. We're going to hinge forward at the hips, so I'm not rounding forward, I'm hinging forward. That means my shoulders are still back, my belly is still strong, the crown of the head's reaching high. So a long spine is what we're going for here, and a strong belly. And let's find a couple of breaths. So right now my hands are on my thighs. I'm going to go ahead and just let them come down by my sides. Keep those shoulders back. Shoulders are a part of the back of the body. If you wanted to, you could take them out to the side, kind of like airplane wings. Finding the back of the body a little differently. Belly is still strong. A little more of a challenge, you could sweep those arms around in front, kind of lock or plug those shoulders back into your torso. If this bothers your lower back at all, definitely come out of it. Hands could stay reaching out in front, or maybe you reach them up at an angle. So now my arms are kind of right beside my ears. Everything's in alignment. Nice. From here, bring those hands back down to the thighs. And we're going to play a little bit with cat and cow. I think we've all done that before. So my hands are on my thighs or my knees. I'm going to round through the spine, kind of tuck my chin towards my chest, look towards my belly. Then I'm going to switch that up, go into cow, which means I arch the back. Belly comes forward, chest comes forward, and maybe looking up. And let's just alternate back and forth with those a couple of times. Nice. Next time you lift up into cow, let's go ahead and come all the way up. Hands to the wall. Press away from the wall. Standing up tall. Whew, you decide, maybe leaning against the wall, maybe standing away from any support at all. Find your alignment. Find your breath. And notice your body now. Sometimes after getting muscles engaged like that, even when you're still, you can still feel movement happening in your body when it looks like nothing's happening at all. Nice. Go ahead and let's just blink open the eyes. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm really trying to find some ways that we can exercise truly in our homes, not at a studio. So yeah, next time you're at the wall, think, what could I do at the wall? If you're at the door and it's safely and securely closed, what could you do at the door? If you haven't checked out the different poses that we've done in the kitchen using the kitchen counter, definitely check those out. There's so many things you can do and be supported and safe and creative in your home. I hope you're having a wonderful day and that I see you soon.